Welcome to the live weekly show, Beyond Limits. I'm Melissa Hausmann, your host, where we explore the realms of business, entrepreneurship, startups, scaling, mindset, productivity, and crafting a career that you love. As a dedicated mom who took a leap to build her own business, I'm here to share my knowledge with the world. Join me as we delve into the unlimited possibilities in the world of business and personal growth. In today's episode, I want to talk about the importance of building a brand, a personal brand, why it's important, and how you can go about it. So, if I would really encourage you to grab a piece of paper, grab a pencil. I'm going to be sharing a lot of knowledge about the importance of a brand, and it's really critical that you write these pieces down so that we can then build upon them in the weeks to come. So, defining the brand, there are three reasons that we want to define a brand. Number one, it's more than a symbol. Okay, a brand transcends the confines of a visual logo. It encompasses the collective experiences of perceptions that people have of the company. It stems from um, every interaction. Okay, it is more than a symbol. Number two, it incorporates your core values. At the heart of the brand lies its core values. Okay, these are the principles that shape the vision, the culture, the public image, and form the foundation of trust with your company. Okay, it forms a foundation of trust with your consumers. Okay, so number two is core values. The third reason that we want to define your brand is emotional engagement. A brand has the power to amplify by the emotional resonance that it creates. Okay, it forges not just that customer base, but loyalty that customer has with you and with the future of your company. Okay, so it is so critical to um, to define your brand that it's more than just a symbol, that you incorporate your core values into your brand, and that you tie in an emotional engagement piece to relate to the customers that you're serving. Okay, so a strong brand has three elements to it. It has trust, it has loyalty, and it has pricing leverage. So let's start with trust establishment. This is a robust brand nurtures trust. It positions itself as credible. People see you as a thought leader in the industry. You're that first of mind when somebody thinks about the industry that you're in. And that's so important in today's market. There are so many people out there doing something very similar to you. You want to be first of mind. You want to establish trust with your customer base. A strong brand does that. You want to create customer loyalty. Loyal customers are the bedrock of your strong brand. They come back time and time again, okay? When you're creating your brand, when you're creating your service, and you're creating your product, you want to over deliver every single time to create that customer loyalty. So again, they know you, they love you, and they keep coming back time and time again. And then a strong brand has price leverage. Okay, these brands they command respect, they command recognition, and because of that, strong brands are able to leverage a premium pricing. People are willing to pay more for a brand that they know, that they love, that they trust, and that they respect. Okay, if you can combine those elements into your business, you're going to have customers that are willing to pay for the quality that you offer. Okay, remember when you are building a brand, you want to build something memorable. You need to have a really strong value proposition, okay? A unique value proposition. This is an articulate, clear, and unique value proposition is the first step in creating a memorable brand. Okay, you need to differentiate your offering from your competitors. You need to provide distinct benefits to your customers. Okay, so you need to think about what you want to offer your customers and how can you be a little bit different than the person next door to you who is selling virtually the same thing? Okay, when you're building a personal brand, you're highlighting yourself, you're highlighting your values, you're highlighting what you stand for. That needs to be incorporated into your value proposition. You need to know your target audience. Knowing who you're speaking to is the key to success in any type of business, in any type of industry. You need to sit down and identify who your target audience is, who you're helping, how you're helping them, and you need to ensure that your brand engages with them, their wants, and their needs authentically and effectively. Okay. This is one of the hardest parts of getting your product and service right is focusing your product to your target audience and making sure that you're meeting their needs and not just creating something that you think is cool or that you personally like or want. And number three, to build a memorable brand, you need to use brand storytelling. Okay, you've probably heard this a million times. Storytelling is what sells your product. Okay, a compelling brand story, it weaves the narratives of who you are, why you exist, what makes you relatable, and it engages with your audience on an emotional level. Okay. Think about who you were maybe 5 years ago or 10 years ago, what problem you had, and how you solved that problem for yourself. Okay, that might be something that you use when creating your first product. Okay, you can tell the story along the way of how you got from point A to point B, and that typically will connect with your audience. It will engage with them on that emotional level, and it will let them know that you know exactly how they're feeling and what they need, and that you have a perfect product to support them where they are right now. I want to illustrate to you brand success. Okay, there's so many entrepreneurs out there who have been really successful. Today, I want to talk about just two really quickly. Most of you probably know who Brené Brown is. She is an author. She is known for her thought engagement on courage, on vulnerability. She has a brand that stands the testament of time. Okay, her brand is the power of personal growth, and it's backed by a portfolio of influence in her writing and speaking engagements that she has done. Okay, so when you think of Brené Brown, you think of somebody who is strong, who is courageous, who encourages you every step of the way to believe in yourself. That is a strong brand that she has created. And when you're thinking about courage, she might be somebody top of mind that you think about when you're considering that niche. Somebody else that is top of mind who illustrates brand success is Tim Ferriss. He's an author, an investor, a podcast host. He has built a personal brand around productivity, lifestyle, and many of you know his highest selling book, The 4-Hour Work Week. This has inspired many entrepreneurs to rethink their conventional workday and see how they can use deep work time to complete the same amount of tasks within a shorter work time frame and really have more time back in their life. Okay, so when you think about that 4-hour work week, top of mind, Tim Ferriss is who you think about. Okay, this again is the power of building a strong, memorable brand that when you think of a topic, these individuals come first of mind. That's the goal. That's what we should all aim for. So the next thing I want to share with you is branding's perception of influence. Okay, so influence is critical with your branding. First impressions are so critical. That's why you need to take your time and make sure that you're getting it right. The initial encounter that somebody has with your brand can set the stage for future engagements. It's going to establish an immediate assumption about the quality that you offer, the reliability and the ethos within your company. Okay, so first impressions are critical. You need to make sure that you spend a good amount of time thinking about your brand and what you want to put out to the world and how you can do that. Number two is the perception of formation. So as customers interact with the brand, their perception evolves. Okay, you're then helping them build a narrative that can influence their decision making and their alliance to your brand. Okay, so you want to continuously nurture your customers, continuously nurture your audience so that you are bringing them along a journey of your brand so that they deeply understand who you are and what you offer, and that over time you have built a solid foundation of trust with them so that they want to continue to work with you and come back time and time again. And that leads me into number three, trust and credibility. This is another way that your brand helps influence others. So I mentioned before that, this is a crowded market space. And you need to be able to consistently deliver on the promises that you make to your customers. You need to gain their trust, gain credibility among your customers. You need to show up every single week, do the hard work, be present, build that level of trust with them. As I mentioned, over deliver as many times as you can. That's when people truly believe in you as a brand and they're going to have that high level of respect for you. So with all of this in mind, it's so important to have consistency across all of your touch points, all of the areas that a customer might see you in. So this could be your web presence, your website. It serves as a digital facade for your brand. It allows that's where you get to be creative and have visual aesthetics, have maybe video testimonials, whatever color schemes and text that you pick for your website. It needs to have the same consistency across all of your touch points. Okay, this is something we'll dive deeper into in another video. This web presence and having this visual consistency across your touch points. But just for today's purpose, know that it's critical to developing a strong brand, that when somebody logs into your YouTube channel, your banner looks the same as when they log into LinkedIn. Your color scheme looks the same. It's you. It matches your website, right? All of the areas that they can find you on the web need to be uniform in its appearance so that they know that it's you and that it's your brand that you're bringing to the table. Consistency across social media platforms. You want to showcase your brand's personality, engage with your followers, and reinforce that brand's voice. And again, that visual consistency. Okay, so if you're on one social media platform, show up there every day, engage with your audience, engage with your customers, and be your authentic self. If you're on multiple platforms, make sure to show up as often as you can on every single platform. If you have a team behind you, that's easier to do. If you're a solopreneur, I encourage you to pick 2, maybe 3. We don't want to spread ourselves too thin because we want to be able to engage authentically and show up for our customer base. And then communication style. This is another area for consistency across your touch points. Every email, every proposal, every presentation is an opportunity to exhibit your brand's consistency, and have the character that you have developed for your brand to be displayed in every single word that you write. Okay, so pick a communication style, whether it's genuine or maybe humorous, whatever it is. Be the same everywhere. Okay, that is how people are going to get to know you. And it's really important to building that strong brand to have that consistency in your writing. So I want to leave you with a couple key points today. These are areas that will help with these are brand building strategies, okay? So when you're defining your niche or your niche, you need to be able to establish a specialized area of focus. Okay, think about something that you're really good at or that you could learn about every single day and improve on every single day. Maybe a passion area of yours or a strength of yours. Okay, define your niche. It should be in a specialized area of focus, and it needs to target a relative audience efficiently. Okay, you need to have visual unity. You need to develop a cohesive and visual identity across all of your platforms. This will help strengthen your recognition and recall with your customers. You need to engage authentically. This means building genuine relationships, and this will enhance loyalty and trust with your consumers. And last, you need to monitor your impact, okay? Elevate your brand reach and the perception people have of you and of your brand. This will allow for strategic adjustments. Maybe you need to tweak something or change something. Monitoring your impact on a daily level or at least a weekly level is so critical to creating a strong, authentic brand that truly defines who you are and who your business is so that your customers can deeply relate to you, understand what you're offering, and can start building that loyalty towards you, and that you become that top of mind person when they think of the niche that you are serving. When they think of the product or service that they need, they think of your name and your company and your brand to be somebody who can help them. Well, I would really like to thank you for joining me today. For those who are able to join live, I appreciate you. For those who are watching the replay, thank you so much for being here. I want to encourage you to grab any relevant links and freebies in the show notes below. And I hope you all have a wonderful day and a blessed week. Thanks, everybody.